Am I the asshole for banning my niece from my house after she accused my daughter of stealing her AirPods? F40s. Live with my husband, M40s, and our daughter Laura, F15. I have a niece, Kelly, F26. I'm quite close with my siblings and their children, but in recent years I haven't seen much of Kelly as she has moved to another city that's around 3 hours away. Kelly has been around more often with the holidays coming up, and a few days ago I hosted a family dinner and she came along. The next day, I get a phone call from Kelly. She's furious, and tells me that Laura has apparently stolen her AirPods. I ask her what the heck she's talking about, and she said that she had her AirPods in her handbag in our dining room, and that now her AirPods are gone. She said that Laura was acting suspicious, and being guilty. I hadn't noticed anything, but there was a bit of unrelated drama going on at the dinner, so I was distracted. I told Kelly I'd talk to Laura, then call her back. I talked to Laura. She immediately denies stealing the AirPods. She said that she's been nowhere near Kelly's handbag, and that it's not like she doesn't have her own headphones. I can usually tell when Laura is lying, and she's never stolen things in the past, so I'm pretty inclined to believe her. I know I'm biased because she's my daughter, but I do know her very well. I called Kelly back a few hours later and told her that I don't know what happened to them, but Laura has definitely not stolen her AirPods. Kelly insisted that Laura stole her AirPods, and starts telling me that me and my husband must buy her a replacement. I told Kelly that that's just not the case, and that I'm sure they'll turn up. Kelly even went around telling all our extended family that Laura stole her thing and that she's a liar and a thief and I'm enabling it. The day after that, I get a text from Kelly telling me that she found her AirPods, and that they were in her car the whole time. Kelly seemed to think it was really funny, but I told her that I really do not appreciate that she jumped straight to calling my daughter a thief when she misplaced her own AirPods. I told Kelly she's not welcome back into my home after the stunt she's pulled. Kelly got really upset and accused me of trying to cut her out of the family, and being too harsh on her. Now my siblings are mad at me for banning Kelly from my house and said I'm being horrible and bullying her. Not the asshole. An adult woman accused her teen cousin without hesitation. She just automatically went for the jugular without any proof. She should be embarrassed, and the family members letting her behavior slide are a whole s as well. Not the asshole. Why would you welcome someone into your home who accused your daughter of stealing? Turns her unfounded accusation into a full-blown family drama only to find they had misplaced the item and treat it all as a joke. No thanks, you're just protecting your family from another incident. Not the asshole. Until Kelly has called every person in the family retracting her slander against your daughter and makes a public post proclaiming your daughter's innocence, she can pound sand. I wouldn't trust her in your home for a very long time. Not the asshole. You're standing up for your daughter. Your sister is being immature. Am I the asshole for telling my husband I'd rather nobody use my holiday booking out of spite? My 23F husband, 27M, and I have been together for 5 years, married for 3. We're both athletic people, or at least I used to be, so we've been planning a holiday for the past year. Without going into major details, it's an expensive, by my standards, holiday, and it would have involved a lot of hiking. I was looking forward to it. I was in an accident recently and, once again without going into much detail as it's triggering, lost my leg. It's upsetting, but I'm not in a place to openly speak about it outside of therapy. Obviously, due to this recent restriction, I'm unable to do what we'd planned for our holiday. I hadn't thought about the holiday, it's non-refundable. I had expected my husband to not want to go. Currently his family haven't asked once. Now I am, and my family claim it's hard to be around me because they don't know how to support me, whatever. He said yesterday he invited his sister, 19, in my place. I was baffled because I expected him to support me. He said it's not for 2 months. I'm like, so? Cancel and something we can both do. He said he needs a break, that he's been supporting me. He deserves this, and he was also looking forward to it. So I said, you go. But I paid for my spot, so no, she can't use it. He asked if I'm being serious, that it's spiteful. His sister hasn't done anything. I said she hasn't asked me once how I'm doing. She texted me last week for £150. Why should she get a free holiday? Anyway, he's upset, claiming he'll still go and pay for his sister, which he won't, since a, it's expensive, and b, last I checked, fully booked. Am I the asshole? I'd ask family or friends, but I don't feel like texting them. Not the asshole. Do you have travel insurance? Because your accident should allow you to claim the whole trip cost back, including your traveling companions. Even if you don't, an email and copy of a medical letter would trigger many hotels, airlines to refund you even if this is outside their T&Cs. Sending good wishes. Not the asshole woo-op. I'm so sorry to hear about what's happened. You out of anybody in this story deserve a fucking break. How rude of your partner to just go anyway, leaving you alone to overthink and go crazy about something you were desperate to do. It's incredibly selfish of him. His sister can't even give you a message or even text saying, "Thanks for giving me your holiday." You are so not the asshole, it's unbelievable. Am I the asshole for walking out of a babysitting gig after I found out that the kid was diabetic? I, 18F, babysit for several families in my neighborhood. One of the families that I babysit for recommended me to this woman who is new to the neighborhood. She contacted me on Wednesday asking if I could babysit her 2 kids on Friday evening through Saturday afternoon. Apparently it was her friend's birthday and they were spending a night in the mountains to celebrate. She asked me to show up a little bit early so that she could go over things with me. Nothing abnormal, especially since I've never met them before. I show up and she starts going over the usual stuff, and then she starts talking about insulin and blood sugars. Apparently, one of the kids, 5-yo, has type 1 diabetes, and she didn't think that it would be important to let me know beforehand. I have zero experience caring for diabetic children. I told her that I wasn't comfortable, and she just said, "Oh, don't worry, it's easy," and then tried to show me how to give an insulin injection. I also told her that I am squeamish around needles, and she kind of laughed it off and continued trying to teach me. I finally had to cut her off and basically told her that unfortunately I wasn't comfortable caring for her diabetic child on such short notice, especially since she will be hours away, and probably drunk, let's be honest. She started freaking out and begging me to stay, as she didn't want to miss her trip. It seemed like she was about to cry as I was leaving, which made me feel bad. I texted her when I got home and basically said that in the future I would be willing to try, but I'd like to have some kind of trial run, and we could build up to overnight once I actually knew what I was doing. She read my text but didn't respond. Not the asshole. Since you are neither qualified nor comfortable with performing such a task, you made the right choice. Not the asshole. Insulin injects, blood sugars and all diabetic care can be super confusing and overwhelming when you have no experience. The mom should not have ever put you in that position. Type 1 diabetic here, totally not the asshole, especially because you have zero experience administering insulin or dealing with lows. Minor mistakes in dosage can have serious negative consequences, same with waiting too long to take insulin. That mom should know better. Good for you for walking away from that risky situation. Not the asshole. She blindsided you and was hoping for the best. Even if the kid just needed to take a pill at bedtime, that sort of thing should have been disclosed when you took the gig. Am I the asshole for weighing my face wash bottle to catch my roommate using it? I have sensitive skin and acne, so I use a special face wash. It's not prescription, but it's an expensive and hard-to-find brand. Over the past few months, I noticed it seems like I've been using it up faster than normal. My roommates know about it, because when it was late to arrive I asked them to look for it in the mail, and when it got here they were like, "Hey, your face wash got here." Coincidentally, I noticed my roommate, the only one I share a bathroom with, hadn't replaced her face wash for weeks, and I got suspicious she was using mine. So when I left for a 2-week vacation last month, I weighed the bottle before leaving. We have a food scale that my roommate has for her diet, and we've all explicitly been told we can use it whenever we want. When I left, the face wash weighed 8.3 ounces. When I got back it was 6.9 ounces. I confronted my roommate and asked her nicely that it was my special face wash and to please avoid using it. She denied it vehemently. It's an opaque bottle, so not really visually obvious how much is in it, so she probably thought she could get away with lying. Then I revealed that I'd weighed it, and that 1.4 ounces were missing, which means she must have been using it almost every day. She turned beet red. Now she's been avoiding me for days, but she told my roommates I'm a psycho, controlling asshole for weighing it, and says normal people wouldn't do that, and that using a little face wash is normal and isn't a big deal. I don't know what to do. Should I apologize? Did I overstep my boundary? Am I the asshole? Not the asshole. She's angry because she's been exposed for a thief, that's all. Not the asshole. If you had used weighing instead of communicating, asking, that would have been off. But you just had it as a backup and your roommate is only mad they got caught lying. The solution is to not lie. Not to get mad at you for catching them. She thinks, using a little face wash is normal and, no big deal. Lol, she must be rich. Normal skincare products for the face cost an arm and a leg, and have to be budgeted for. Also, she wouldn't have denied it if she thought it was no big deal. Not the asshole. She's mad she got caught. It's not normal to use somebody else's stuff and lie about it. But you should maybe keep it somewhere it's not easy for them to get to.